Foraging itself as an activity is a great way of just getting out, you know, and having that dialogue with nature, I guess, or interaction. Sure enough, if you look closely at any lawn or any spot, there is an amazing amount of plants growing in there. Down there we saw the same plant looking extremely ragged, this broadleaf dock. This is much more the condition you're looking for, and you can actually cook this plant as a vegetable. It's sort of got a sour, lemony kind of flavour to it. It's related to rhubarb and buckwheat. The sort of plants that I've become interested in are the ones that really grow everywhere and that pretty much every one of us has seen every day of our lives. This block has recently been cleared. Wherever humans disturb the soil, these plants will be the first things to come up. These two thistles here are two of the real superstar performers in my view. This is milk thistle. Take these leaves and with scissors cut around the edges, cut the spikes off, and then all this quite large area of green leaf is quite edible and very succulent to eat. That's a spear thistle. Now, believe it or not, when these leaves are very, very young, you can actually eat them raw, especially with a dressing or something. If you get to know these plants, you don't need to battle with them anymore necessarily, because people always, I don't know how many times I've heard the comment made when I point out a plant and they say, oh my God, I've been trying to pull that out of my garden for years, you know, if only I'd known I could do that with it, or it was, you know, good to eat or whatever. This is another great plant here. It's wild radish. You can see very much like radish leaves that you'd get in the supermarket. Those are actually really good greens just to eat if you find them young and succulent and fresh. A lot of them lend themselves to just adding to salads or soups. Green smoothies are an excellent way to use a lot of these herbs too. This does illustrate a point about this foraging, is that there's a lot more activity involved than just walking up to a shelf and picking what you want. With this and a lot of the other plants that you might want to eat the root of, you've got to get them when they're as big as possible but haven't started to flower. I actually think that they're part of our evolutionary dietary makeup, you know, like they're definitely plants that we've evolved eating over who knows however long humans have been around. They're a big part of our natural sort of medicine cabinet in a way. This is hawthorn, and as you can see there's lots of berries on here. It amuses me that people go out and buy all these superfoods. You know, you've got acai berries and goji berries and all that sort of stuff. This is of the same benefit as those plants, but it seems that because it's growing right here, people don't want to use it as much. Mix it with other things like apple or plum or something. In fact, I think I'm going to try that. Make fruit strips.